1985. I had the PRCA card and I made the Mountain State Finals. That was the last year I went. I hung it up. Wasn't planning on ever getting back on again. And then almost 30 years later, 29 years later, Mac run that challenge on me. I'm like, okay, Mac, I'll get on.
Noah over, Noah Mulligan, nothing but a round of applause, which our gracious audience has given us. Yes. Our Californian holding up the state as well.
You got your rainbow?
Yeah. Are you ready to make some noise?
I turned out. Okay, well, when Mike was riding, you know, Mike's in line. He was riding, and he said, let's go to some rodeos. I said, Mac, I'm 65. There's no way I can ride. He goes, now, if I can ride flying, you ought to be able to ride at 65. And I thought, you know, that's right. I'd rather get on at 65 than get on the line. So anyway, I took that challenge, and here I am tonight.
I'm just remembering that. You better hurry.
Anyway, I hope that's my last one. I don't think I'll get on anymore. That's no, that's enough. Like I say, I'm trying to forget all I can about the bareback time. That's nothing but bad memories.
That's how you lost your smelling, your smell and taste, isn't it?
Huh?
Isn't that how you lost your smell and your taste?
Yeah,
you got kicked in the
bareback
head?
horse. I hung up to a bareback horse, TJ, in college, and I was dragging. It was at Oklahoma State University, and I was dragging, and I finally came loose and went under that horse, and he kicked me in the head, and I lost my smell. I haven't smelled anything since then. That was 44 years ago, and I know that because Jerry was pregnant with Jody, Mac's wife, when I lost my smell. So
Jody's gonna be mad that you revealed her age.
Don't tell anybody how old she is. And I had a snowmobile wreck and caused my shoulder dislocation. And it got when I was riding broncs, saddle broncs, it was my free arm. That shoulder would go out. Shoulder would go out on me when my free arm would go out. So anyway, I remember I was riding. I'd be riding along, my free arm's whipping like that, and it came out of joint. It'd come out of joint. When it did, it's like somebody shot you. You just kind of collapse. You just kind of try to get off that horse and roll off. Sometimes I did that. It happened the second time before I had a surgery on it. It had jumped around so much that they had to haul me into Pueblo, Colorado. It was about almost an hour ambulance ride. And they couldn't get it back in, and they wouldn't give me any kind of painkiller. So I remember that trip to Pueblo in that ambulance without any painkiller, with that shoulder being out. And so that pretty well shut me down until after I had surgery. And that was kind of toward the end of my career. About 6 years later, I cracked out again, got my PRCA card back, and I made the circuit finals that year. That was the last year I went. It was 1985. I was 36 years old that year. Made the circuit finals. I said, that's enough. I quit. and then Mac talked me into getting on that one.
Mac talked me. He
did. He taught me into entering again when I was 65 years old. Now, I don't know how I'd be dumb enough to fall for that, but I did. Anyway, that didn't last long. That was a short trip.
It was fun, though.
It was fun watching, probably. we were at, I think it was Burlington, Colorado Rodeo, and we were waiting for the show to start that night, and there was about 5 or 6 of them in the back of a pickup, and that's back when they had the campers, you know, on the pickup, and it was a little camper, wasn't big, didn't have the stove, wasn't a fancy one, just had a couple places to lay down there. You couldn't stand up in it. We were all down, kind of laying there, about 4 or 5 of us laying there on the bed, and we had this little contest, and we were, these flies were in the camper, and we were thumping them with it. Like that, we were thumping them with our fingers. And one guy says, you know, when we were thumping these, he goes, you know, I don't rodeo for the money. It's for all his glory.